Wonderful day to you, Vivarays. Welcome to the Light Revolution, the movement of living in rhythm, harnessing the power of healthy light, and awakening that spark of divine light that is lying inside of you and I. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that is very important. We're going to discuss how our exposure to light at night sets us up for bad habits, and we're going to share different techniques on how we can avoid falling into bad habits because of our artificial light exposure at night. Now, there's an undisrupted connection between how we sleep, how well we sleep, how well we wake up the following morning, how rested we feel when we wake up, and our light exposure during the evening. In fact, we know that when we expose ourselves to artificial light at night after the sunset, it actually sabotages our sleep and it negatively influences and affects our state when we wake up first thing in the morning. And anytime we expose ourselves to artificial light at night, we're much more likely to wake up feeling unmotivated and unsatisfied because artificial light at night has been shown to sabotage the production of dopamine the following morning, leading us to feel much less motivated. And it also, interestingly, increases the production of a hormone in the brain that is known as the hormone of disappointment. There's an undisrupted relationship between our artificial light exposure at night and the quality of our sleep. But also it's reciprocal. When we start sleeping bad, when our quality of sleep is decreasing, we are much more likely to start exposing ourselves to more artificial light at night. Because think about it, if you're out and about at night, feeling wired and stimulated, unable to sleep, what are you more likely to do? You're more likely to turn on artificial lights, expose yourself to your screens, and also you're more likely to be eating. It's no surprise that you are going to eat much more when you are awake at night. And it's actually controlled by your neurochemistry because light is a very powerful signal. It actually is the most powerful force that instructs all of our inner chemistry on what to do. So basically, light is the boss that is telling all of the inner pharmacy, all of our neurochemicals, what to do. So a good light signal could result with great happiness, great productivity, great performance. But a bad light signal at the wrong time of the day could really result in building those bad habits like eating at night and snacking and overeating and so on. Sleeping is becoming a very, very important topic. We are all coming to understand how important it is to take care of the quality of our sleep. We know that poor sleep will lead to poor performance, which can affect us at a short term and at a long term. Even one night of exposing yourself to artificial light and not sleeping well will result in you waking up the following morning with brain fog, with your brain unable to think the way it's designed to think. And it will also sabotages your ability to make good decisions, which will influence your decisions in business, in relationship, and even in the food that you pick during the day. Now, on a longer term, when we start getting insufficient sleep and bad quality sleep, this sets us up to chronic disease. In fact, not only this, studies have shown that adults who have consistently not been sleeping well are much more likely to feel anxious and depressed. Another very important, interesting study shows how kids with ADHD are much more likely to not feel their symptoms when they start getting morning sunlight and sleeping at regular time every single day and getting good quality sleep and avoiding artificial lights at night. It's no surprise, I come from a background where I was diagnosed with ADHD as a kid, and all of the symptoms of my ADHD disappeared, vanished when I start doing the right thing at the right time, getting morning sunlight, blocking artificial light at night, and having a consistent eating schedule and avoiding eating at night. All of these things could mess up our neurochemistry in such a way that create chaos. And this chaos could manifest in different ways. We could call it ADHD, we could call it ADD, we could call it so many different chronic diseases. But remember, you are not those chronic diseases. Those chronic diseases are the effects of the actions that we are taking that are setting up our body in motion. And our body is set up in motion either in a balanced way when we are living in a rhythm, or in an imbalanced way when our rhythm is very chaotic. So there is an undisrupted relationship between the light that enters our eyes at night and how much food we consume. Basically, there's a hormone called leptin that is produced in fat tissues, and it sends a signal to our brain that we are feeling full after every meal. And at night, leptin is meant to rise when melatonin rises, and it travels up to the hypothalamus in the brain, and it regulates our thyroid hormone. And this means that it will increase our ability to burn fat at night, and it will also turn on the production of growth hormones, which allow us to really repair our body. And not only this, it has a fundamental effect on our performance the following day. So when we expose ourselves to artificial light at night, it sabotages melatonin, and leptin cannot travel up to the brain. So we are much more likely to feel more hungry and unsatisfied. So we start seeking more food. But not only this, it sabotages our ability to burn fat at night. It sabotages our growth hormone as well. And the worst part that this artificial light also increases ghrelin. Ghrelin is a hormone that is produced in the stomach that will signal to your brain that you're feeling hungry. So all of this combination together is setting you up to extreme bad habits of wanting to eat more at night. And not only sleep deprivation decreases the brain's ability to think and make decisions. If you take two sleep deprived person, one who has fasted and the other one who has been eating, the person who has fasted will be able to perform at a much higher level than the person who has been eating while being sleep deprived. So this artificial light not only is decreasing our ability to sleep well, but it's also leading us to eat more and snack more. And we all know that a brain fasting, for instance, it will perform much better. Why? Because it has the time at night to clean itself and to strengthen those synapses between the neurons, leading to better performance, better cognition, and better memory. So with all that being said, we want to set ourselves up into better habits, and we want to automate those habits so that they work for us. Artificial light at night will lead you to a lot of different bad habits. So what can you do? Number one, stop blocking artificial light at night by wearing your Vivarays glasses at a consistent, regular time every day. Consistency and regularity in getting light and dark signals is one of the most important things to set yourself up in balanced motion. Number two, you want to wake up as early as possible in the morning and get that morning sunlight, because number one, this will increase your melatonin production in the eye when you get that morning sunlight. And number two, it will also increase your sleep drive, because the longer you have been awake, the higher your sleep drive is, and the earlier you would want to go to sleep at night. And number three, stop drinking caffeine after 12, or at least reduce your caffeine consumption after 12, because that will decrease your sleep drive. So 3 easy steps to set yourself up to better habits so that you can think better, take better decisions, and sleep better. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to our Vivarays channel, like and comment. Let us know if you have any questions. And please share the love and share this with others, because so many people need it. I hope you have a wonderful day.